Hi guys. If you've got a probation meeting coming up, I want to tell you five things I genuinely wish every employee knew before they walked into the room for their probation. Okay, because so many people think probation is a pass or a fail test, and I'm here to tell you it isn't. So one of the biggest misunderstanding I see is people treating probation like an exam they need to survive, when actually it's a conversation about how things are going for both sides. Now, of course, every organization manages probation differently, right? Every policy is different, but generally speaking, I would say probation is there to answer a very simple question: is this role the right fit? And that's a question for the employer, but it's also a question for you. And here is what I wish many people understood, or many employees, yeah, understood. So, firstly, do not wait until your probation meeting to mention something you've been struggling with in the organization. So, if you've needed more training, if something hasn't been explained properly, or let's say you've been finding part of the role difficult, please speak up before the meeting. Managers would rather much know early than hear for the first time at the end of your probation. Secondly, do not assume silence means everything is fine. So I hear people say that, oh, my manager hasn't said anything, so I think I'm doing okay. That is a very wrong, flawed assumption. Maybe you are, to be fair, but do not guess. It is very important that you ask. Ask the questions. A simple question like, is there anything you would like me to improve before my probation review? This in turn shows a bit of maturity and it gives you a chance to act on feedback before it becomes a bigger issue. Okay, so thirdly, I would like you to keep track of what you've achieved. When I say keep track, I don't need you getting 100 pages document, okay? you don't need you don't even need a 20-page document. Just make a note of the projects that you have successfully completed or even in process. Okay, make a note of your positive feedback that you've received, training you've finished, or problems that you've helped people in the organization solve. When someone asks the question, how do you think you've been getting on? You won't have to rely on, memory that might fail you at that point because you might be having anxiety or stuff. Make sure you have real examples. And finally, I would like you to remember that probation isn't just your employer assessing you, it's also you assessing them. Have you been supported? Have expectations been clear? Have you been given the tools to succeed? Because I believe probation should work both ways.